these square riggers I kind of like doing. They're kind of fun, but boy, they take some time.
Have you ever done something just because you love it?
It's not about what can I make to make money, how can I be famous. It's not about how can I be the greatest artist. It's just something I do for me.
Research has shown that having a hobby can reduce stress for those who are overwhelmed and provide healthy stimulation for those who are looking for a creative outlet. For John, building boats in a bottle gives him both an escape from the craziness of life and a place where he can be innovative.
It's just exhilarating to be able to figure out something. And that's the kind of person I am. I'm very determined, I'm very patient, and those two qualities kind of fit well for this.
John learned this craft from his father, who passed down his skills and tools to him. And one of the first boats he ever built is the famous Blue Nose, that ship you see every time you look at a dime.
My father built me a Blue Nose before he passed. He built ships and bottles all his life. And I wanted to do the Blue Nose as a tribute to him and to the Canadian dime, that heritage we have. It was a famous boat. It raced in the 1920s, the original one. It was never beaten, and the Americans really didn't like that.
John has also created many HMS Victory ships, modeled after the famous warship of the Royal Navy.
After doing a whole bunch of Blue Noses and giving them all to all my friends, everybody that knows me has probably got a Blue Nose somewhere tucked away, I started building HMS Victories, and that was a particular of interest to me because there's a lot of information online in this digital age, so I got a lot more detail. And so I started making HMS Victories at a level that I've never done before.
Creating a ship in a bottle can take days to complete, and this very detailed, intricate art form requires experience, patience, and unique tools of the trade. But despite the incredible amount of work, for John, it's truly a labor of love.
They're wonderful birthday presents, Christmas presents, and it's a piece of yourself that you're giving away. And that's what my father did, so that's something I've learned from him. He was a very giving person. So they're all hinged.
The technique of building ships in bottles dates back to the early 19th century. It was a way for sailors to pass the time on long voyages. Today, this nautical folk art continues to intrigue people like John, who simply love the experience of creating magic.
It's a little history that gets preserved in a vial that can withstand the tests of time. And so whether it stays in a corner undusted for a while, you bring it out and there's a little bit of history. I used to stick a little rolled up note on the very bottom of my ships and bottles so that if the bottle ever got broken and my name and a little bit of information about it would be there. I don't do that anymore, but it's kind of like, to me, it's a little piece of history that I'm able to kind of put my stamp on.
Next time you spot a ship in a bottle, pause and take a moment to escape back to an era where life was a little slower and creating things with your hands was a time-honored art form. From Esquimalt, I'm Karen Elgersma.